my name is Keiana Samoy, and I'm an ARCS alumni. So besides giving me the confidence that I needed to enter the STEM field, it actually opened up a new horizon to many people to network with, and having those connections really made it special. So when I eventually ended up at JPL as an intern and now a full-time employee, it was very comfortable to know faces around the lab, and so that made me feel at home right away. ARCS has provided me with a lot of opportunities, from networking to education to even getting some of our studies and research published. And I think that students should really dive headfirst into that and take every opportunity that you can get. And that's just what I believe would help make ARCS students more successful, especially in the NASA fields. So one of my undergraduate research projects was actually the STEAM bubble, which is about a football-sized field of autonomous research space that is hopefully going to be built here at CSUN's campus. And the goal of that is to be able to collaborate with a lot of industry partners to give them a test facility to run experiments and to have places for collaboration. Or to read one of your publications. More people are willing to do that than you think. So I would definitely not hold yourself back from that, and just really put yourself out there as a person who wants to be a part of this really important space exploration industry. At ARCS, I've been given a lot of leadership roles. I was actually the project manager for the Workers in Technology project, where we look into automation key points within the waste management industry. I was also the lead finance student on the STEAM bubble project. And at JPL, I am on the Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion Strategic Board, and I absolutely love that. But one of the things that I'm most proud of is designing and implementing the very first space camp in the robotics section at JPL. So it's an educational series along with networking opportunities for over 100 students. So being able to create that and execute it at such a high level is something that I'm really proud of, and I think really makes leadership a lot of fun. So my childhood was full of exploration, and I remember being really excited about our universe, especially at a young age. I heard stories about myself. I used to come home in preschool with like rocks and twigs in my pocket, and I think that's where I learned how to appreciate our natural world here on Earth. And my curiosity for that really expanded. I remember I was probably like 7 or 8 when I asked for my first microscope, and from there I just started to run with it. So my parents inspired me the most. They did not get the opportunity to attend college. So I'm very lucky to do that. And as a first-generation student, I feel very blessed to have their support for that. So growing up, I suffered a lot from imposter syndrome, where I thought that I wasn't good enough to be in the same spaces as certain people. And being a part of ARCS has really allowed me to test my abilities and show that I can do more than I thought I could. Especially for ARCS and all of these research projects, I never saw myself doing research in a STEM field. So that was really exciting to get a hold of, and it really has improved my confidence over the years. So I actually heard about ARCS by attending one of their online information sessions, and I was really inspired. I did not know that we had a NASA-sponsored research center here on campus. So I've always dreamed about working alongside NASA researchers. So being able to jump in headfirst with the program was really exciting for me. One of the things things that I currently love about just being a full-time employee at JPL and not attending school is that it ends as you close your laptop. There's no more homework, there's no more Zoom meetings or classes, and that is what I find really rewarding. But when I was when I was a full-time student at CSUN and a part-time intern at JPL, I really had to prioritize my assignments and have a really structured schedule to allow me to both exceed in my classes as well as at my internship. Great question, Spot. So I've been currently working on some side projects on my own to add to my portfolio, but I would also recommend if you have some projects from your classes to put that on your portfolio as well. And I've also been doing some certifications on the side. I just finished my Lean Six Sigma white belt training, and I also love to learn a lot more about coding to become more fluent, because I will eventually be going to grad school within the next year or so for data science. So actually that's one of the reasons why I decided to join ARCS. ARCS is a huge advocate for underserved and underrepresented communities, and that's where I find myself in. I really enjoy making sure that STEM is accessible, especially at young ages for elementary school children, and making sure that regardless of your social economic status, they have the ability to dream big and to see themselves going off to college and eventually making their way to be an engineer or an astronaut or a data scientist. So being on a research team here at ARCS has been very helpful. The transdisciplinary nature of it is awesome, and it really prompted me to go out into the world and work in the aerospace industry. So here at ARCS, we have a mixture of engineers and business and social media and psychologists all working together on one project. And that is very representative of what it's like to work at NASA. So we have these huge flagship missions that can't be done without, engineers, scientists, business, social media people, and leadership and management. And that's something that I really do love about what ARCS has instated for people. Tough question, Spot, but I think one of my barriers that I face every day is actually being a perfectionist. So especially when setting up for this interview, I made sure the tags were taken off the pillows and that the mic is tucked in so you can't see it and everything is centered. So that is very time consuming and not necessary in a lot of situations, except at work when you're working on these giant flagship missions that will go to another planet. So it's both a downfall and one of my success points. Great question, Spot. So when I'm faced with a big challenge, I like to break it down into small individual pieces and tackle them one by one in a consecutive order. And for me, it helps me process what the challenge is and then find solutions to eventually fix it. So the next year is really exciting for me. I'm planning to get my master's in data science, which will help expand my career at JPL. And at the same time, I would really love to focus my efforts on expanding outreach opportunities at our local universities here in Los Angeles, but also across the country, to just give more students the opportunity to participate in really fun research and exploration projects. Totally. So I think it all starts with implementing diversity at a young age, and that really begins at introducing STEAM for them. So bringing them over to your local museums or research facilities or your local NASA center is really great to just inspire them and let them know that these opportunities are available and everything is possible. I'd like to take a moment to thank Joe Bautista, who was the very first person to take a look at my application here at ARCS, and he heard my story and wanted me to be part of our social media team. And so he definitely opened up a lot of doors for me. And I'd also like to thank Dr. Newt Ho for creating ARCS and also supporting me along my undergrad journey, and then continuing to do that till this day. Totally. So ARCS is a great place to really establish your connections and start networking. So every opportunity that you get to attend a seminar or learn about your friend's research project or attend like even one of our barbecues, it's really important to grow those connections, especially because some of my closest friends at JPL, actually, I found them here at ARCS. So building up your community and supporting everyone is really vital to feeling part of the ARCS community.
Well, Spot's excited, and so are we. Hope you enjoyed that video. Check out our social media here with links in the description. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. Hit that bell for notifications. Thank you.